This video is all about something going around called Cogni Max. Cogni Max supplements, something for Alzheimer's reversal, dementia reversal, something having to do with type 3 diabetes. Like this page says, they lied about Alzheimer's. Your brain isn't aging. It has type 3 diabetes. Discover the brain ketones that can bring your memory back in weeks. And it talks about someone named Dr. Mary Newport. And here's the thing. This is all a scam. There is no Dr. Mary Newport Alzheimer's and dementia cure. This is something scammers are promoting with AI-generated vocals and deepfake visuals. Deepfake meaning scammers have manipulated the lip movements of the people you'll see in these videos, maybe even created fully AI-generated people to try to convince you that this is something you should keep watching and then make a purchase of at the end. And if you do, it might come with a subscription that charges you monthly fees. It might not honor the money-back guarantee. Big surprise. It's a scam, right? I'm not calling Cogni Max a scam. And by the way, any other products out there called Cogni Max that is not this supplements bottle that is going to be exhibited in this video has nothing to do with this. So don't go and contact similarly named companies, similarly named products, belonging to other businesses about this. So let's hit play on this video again. Dr. Mary Newport has nothing to do with this. Dr. Mary Newport is being misused with deepfake AI representations, depictions in this. You'll see what I mean. There is no Alzheimer's or dementia cure having to do with a recipe. If there's a recipe promise in this video, that's the classic scam thing that scammers do. They lie to you about, hey, we're going to reveal a recipe to you just to get you to watch their entire hour-long video. And then by the end, it's a bottle of pills. The recipe's not even mentioned anymore. And that is on purpose. That's what they do. They try to scam you after stringing you along for an hour through a ridiculous video that's not going to help anyone. Let's hit play on this right now.
This drawing was made by a man with Alzheimer's. 3 weeks later, he drew this. Doctors called it impossible, but it happened. And I know because I saw it with my own eyes. My best friend, Dr. Mary Newport, is a neonatologist like me. We worked together for years. 3 years ago, she called me. Her husband, Steve, had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's at 54.
So just want to mention again, Dr. Mary Newport did not endorse or create an Alzheimer's cure, a dementia cure, memory loss, or brain fog cure. It's a deepfake AI depiction that you're going to see of her and this other woman talking about her.
An accountant, sharp mind. Suddenly, he couldn't do basic math anymore, not even with a calculator. The clock test revealed a brain in collapse. The doctor was blunt. There's nothing else to be done. Mary refused to accept it, and what she discovered changed everything.
It appears to be a type of diabetes of the brain, and it's a process that starts happening at least 10 or 20 years before you start having symptoms, and it's very similar to type 1 or type 2 diabetes in that you develop a problem with insulin.
In this case, insulin problems prevent brain cells from accepting glucose, their primary fuel. Without it, the cells eventually die. But there is an alternative fuel, ketones, which the cells easily accept. Ketones are metabolized in the liver after you eat medium-chain triglycerides, which are found in coconut oil. So Dr. Newport added coconut oil to Steve's diet.
She discovered that Alzheimer's is a type of diabetes of the brain, a process that begins 10 to 20 years before symptoms show up. Insulin resistance prevents brain cells from absorbing glucose. Without fuel, the cells die, but there is an alternative fuel, ketones.
Think of Alzheimer's as sort of a diabetes for the brain. Once someone has Alzheimer's disease, their brain won't accept sugar as a source of energy anymore. But that's where ketones come in, because ketones work exactly the way sugar works with the brain. You can use it as an energy source.
Ketones are metabolized in the liver after you consume medium-chain triglycerides, found in coconut oil. Mary added coconut oil to Steve's diet.
Just 2 weeks later, he took the clock test again, and as you can see, demonstrated stunning improvement.
I thought at the time, was it just good luck? Was it a lot of prayer?
What I'm seeing with this, and I did some searches on my phone just now about Dr. Mary Newport supposedly having an Alzheimer's cure, dementia cure, whatever, about ketones, brain ketones, right? I am finding some information about her husband online, people asking if he's okay. I don't know what happened there. What my purpose with this video is to tell you about this product, Cogni Max, and how Dr. Mary Newport, you will not find any online websites or anything having any connection between Dr. Mary Newport and Cogni Max supplements. Some of these videos of her talking do look like they're genuine in that she's talking about something general having to do with Alzheimer's, dementia, maybe her husband, whatever it may be. but she did not endorse Cogni Max. There's no evidence of that. Just search for Cogni Max with quotes around it on Google, and then with Dr. Mary Newport after that quoted search term, and you won't find anything. And that says a lot about what's going on with all this. And I did notice on the Cognimax supplement bottle, it says distributed by Cognimax, 525 North 530 West Suite 5, Ogden, Utah, 84404. And there's a P.O. box as well, meaning it goes to, I guess, a USPS location. And it has a phone number, 323-348-1448, or contact at getcognimax.com. And so that's what I'm seeing. The website I'm viewing this on is not that same website from the email address. It's some other website.
Was it the coconut oil? And I thought, well, we're going to keep the coconut oil going.
Then 3 weeks later, he took the clock test a third time and continued to get better. And it wasn't just intellectually, he also improved emotionally and physically.
He was not able to run. He was able to run again. He couldn't read for about a year and a half. But after somewhere around 2.
What it looks like is that she's telling a real story from what I can tell. But the scammers are using this real story to then make you think that she's talking about Cognimax supplements. And there's no evidence of that being the case.
For 3 months, he was able to read. Instead of being very sluggish, not talking very much in the morning, he would come out, with energy and talkative and joking, and he could find his water and his utensils.
2 weeks later, Steve took the clock test again. The improvement was remarkable. 3 weeks later, he kept improving. And it wasn't just intellectually, it was emotional and physical too. He started running again, started reading again after a year and a half of not being able to. He woke up with energy, making jokes. When Mary told me, I was shocked, happy for her. But coconut oil? It sounded too simple to reverse Alzheimer's. 6 months later, I started noticing signs in Gerald, my husband, an accountant like Steve, 51 years old. He forgot where he left his keys, confirmed dinner plans he swore he had never made. They were exactly the same symptoms Mary had described.
Okay, so let's get to the truth. You could tell that the video of Dr. Mary Newport looked like maybe it was a little bit old. It's not like from 2026. It looked like it was a little dated. And that to me made me wonder what is going on with her husband today. And from what I can tell, I believe I found his obituary, and it says that he died on January 2nd, 2016. And he had a 15-year battle with Alzheimer's disease, and he lived to the age of 65. And it mentions Mary Newport in the obituary. And so from what I can tell here, and from what I see with the different online scams I look at, scammers are misusing her story to sell you on Cognimax.
I called her immediately. Mary, is Steve still doing well? Better than ever, Rebecca. Why? Gerald is starting. That night I started the protocol. I wasn't going to wait for a formal diagnosis. I wasn't going to wait until it got severe.
Rebecca explained everything to me. The brain is 60%.
I can't tell if these people in front of the red curtain, like the woman and now this guy, are real or not. Like,
fat.
Your brain is 60% fat. So the solid weight of your brain is mostly fat. It's like you have this ball of fat between your ears.
25% of all the cholesterol in the body is in the brain.
Did you know that the brain, the human mind, is the organ in the body that has the most total cholesterol?
Without cholesterol, the brain doesn't function.
Within 2 weeks, the brain fog started to lift. I woke up more alert. I remembered conversations from the day before. 3 weeks later, I was doing complex math again, driving by myself, working normally.
Mary and I compared the results. Same symptoms, same solution, same results. 2 doctors, 2 husbands, 1 discovery.
When my husband improved, I was at that time, they were saying there were 35 million people in the world who had dementia, and about 60 or 70% of those were Alzheimer's disease. And I thought, if my husband improved, other people are going to improve. How can I keep this a big secret?
Mary thought, if Steve improved, others will improve too. How could we keep this to ourselves?
Dr. Mary Newport helped dramatically improve her husband's symptoms of dementia simply by using coconut oil and MCT oil. And now she has tirelessly continued to pursue this field making case presentations, poster presentations, and now a new publication talking about 288 reports of caregivers using coconut oil and MCT oil to help their loved ones with dementia.
Since then, she has published 288 caregiver reports using coconut oil and MCT to reverse dementia. And now, the government itself admits the mistake. And among my patients, there are some names you know, but I can't reveal them due to contractual reasons, all following the same protocol, the coconut oil trick.
When Dr. Rebecca told me my brain was...
Okay, the coconut oil trick. I'll say this about these ingredients they keep talking about, MCT oil, whatever, coconut oil. Go speak to a doctor before you buy anything from anywhere having to do with maybe helping you with dementia, Alzheimer's, whatever. Don't just blindly trust something and buy it. Please do that, because this page I'm looking at here is as scammy as it gets. They're using an old story. They're not really telling you that Dr. Mary Newport's husband, Steve, I believe is his name, passed away. And at the very end of the process, they try to get you to buy something called Cogni Max, which you already know, as I mentioned several times. And this is like a blue bottle, and they want you to go to, I think, probably ClickBank. Let me see here. No, it goes to pagamerican.app, okay? And the Cogni Max bottles say support memory and focus, support cognitive function, but there's no parent company. And this has nothing to do with any other products called Cogni Max. Just make sure that you know that. This is a blue bottle with black writing and 2 yellow strips. And the 2 yellow strips read support memory and focus and support cognitive function. So my review of Cogni Max supplements is go see a doctor, don't buy this. And if you see Dr. Mary Newport out there, and it says that she has a cure for Alzheimer's or dementia, go speak to a doctor. Don't blindly trust things you see online. I see some Portuguese language, which to me means this is a scam coming from Brazil, which it seems like I say that every day when I make one of these videos. So like, comment, subscribe. The join button is down below. I hope that my video helped you a little bit and could archive this information, this scam, for anyone who might need it in the future. Thank you for watching.